Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. And I'm here this morning because, well, today's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. But also, I have a fascination with the date because it is 21/9/21. And I'll never have that date again ever in my life with those synchronicities that were involved in that. So I spoke to Grainne, bless her, Numbers for Success, and I said, come on and join and tell me a little bit about the significance of the date of the 9th, 2021. So all the twos. And Grainne should be on now. So let's say, yes, she is.
Oh my goodness, you can't see me. There I am. Can you hear me?
I can, yeah, perfectly well.
Oh, good. Sorry, everything's falling down.
Yeah,
There we are.
yeah.
Sorry about this. My goodness. I don't know how it's like that, but anyway, I can't do anything else, unfortunately. Or can I? Just bear with me now. Sorry about this.
No.
Only on live. Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Now,
I can see,
there we go.
see more of it, which is great. That's
That's good.
less of you.
That's good. There's lots of me to see. Happy birthday and happy new year.
Thank you. Thank you. And like, I mean, there's just such power around at the moment. And that's, I suppose, why I came here when it was like 21/9/21. I said, I'm never going to have that date again, ever.
No, not this century anyway. Yes.
What was the significance, Grainne, then about the date and and the numbers that are involved?
Yes. Well, as I say, in numerology, we say Happy New Year to you as well, because today is the start of your new year. So when I work with clients like all your listeners and your viewers, I would say things like, this is the day to start, your plans. What is it you wish to bring into your life as and from your birthday, as opposed to the 1st of January, unless it's your birthday.
Yeah.
So the number 21, it's a very sort of a number we associate with, well, maturity, shall we say. But the 20, it's a magical number, it really is. I know certainly in my generation, like the 21 would have been, you got the keys, the keys to your adulthood, so to speak, an analogy of so forth. But the 21 is very much for you. It's about creative expression, because the 2 and 1 is a 3, and 3 is the universal number for creation, for manifestation. And that's exactly what you do. I mean, you bring sparkle, you bring light, you bring information and joy to people. And that's what 21 is about. And it's also very much around balance, and it's around individuality, and also being able to work with people, which you're obviously really good at. I know that for a fact, personally and professionally. But also the fact that you have a gift of the gab, as we'd say in Ireland, right? So the ability to be able to communicate, the ability to be able to express yourself, and also, written word, spoken word, and how you even bring yourself to the world.
Yeah.
And when you add your date of birth together today, as in 21/9/2021, it comes to a number 8.
Okay.
So this is, I think you're an 8 life path, if I'm not mistaken.
Life path.
Okay. Oh, I didn't have your year of birth, but I remembered. So this is actually your power year, Marie. This is your year. Yeah, from today. This is it, girl, because you are an 8 life path, and this is an 8th year. So that means it's a power year. And what that means is that this is your year, I'm going to take your analogy, to shine, to sparkle.
Yeah.
And it really is. And I think you had mentioned to me about the tipping point. I think that
I got very much a sense because of that. Yeah, that this was the tipping point, bringing me into the next phase, or the more expansive phase, or the more powerful phase. I almost feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this stage. Nearly.
Yeah. Well, yes, it would be, because the 8, it certainly would have been 8 years ago. So the 8 is all about abundance.
Yeah.
It's about an abundant supply of everything you need. So the lower part of the 8 is always to do with your physical world, your body, your home, your car, your possessions, your money, how you see yourself, your business. you
Yeah.
know, and the upper part then is the emotional, mental, and spiritual needs.
Yeah.
So when they're in the flow like this, what that means, therefore, for you this year and for all of us today, because today we're all affected by the eight energy, is get the balance right,
Yeah.
in the words of Depeche Mode and from the 80s. And it's also about being open to giving and receiving, Marie. That would be hugely important for you this year.
Yeah.
I feel this is your year, really, it's a year of success. The eight is the number of success.
And I'm
So it's
looking
also
forward
harvest.
to it.
You've been waiting for this. And harvest, and it's interesting because this is a harvest moon at the moment, the Piscean
Oh,
moon
yeah.
since yesterday. And it's a massive moon. And the ancient ones would have really revered this time because, because tomorrow's the equinox. So there's so much going on energetically in the cosmic skies. It's quite overwhelming, actually.
Yeah.
So, and you're born right on the cusp of obviously Virgo and Libra. So I'd say
Yeah.
you have both,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
because of
Yeah,
the eight energy.
you're absolutely right. Because I never felt that I had aspects of Virgo, but there was more of a balance rather than
Yes.
of the Libra as well.
Yes, yes. And, for you, definitely this year is to make sure that you're in the flow and being open. That's, I think, the biggest thing for yourself, being open to all opportunities that will present themselves. Absolutely. Because
Fantastic.
yeah, oh, definitely. And take it because, all your hard work from now, from 8 years ago to this moment will start to pay off this year.
Ah, now how could anybody not be uplifted by a message like that? I think it's one thing in our lives. We always like to be reassured. Keep
Of
going.
course.
You're going to get there. You're doing well, and to have a validation of that the everything is in alignment. When you
Oh,
feel it
yeah.
yourself, then it's just amazing. So,
Yes.
is there anything else then, like Grainne, that you want to talk about the energy maybe for,
Yeah.
this
Oh
year?
gosh, I could be on for 2 hours. There's so much going on at the moment.
But even just like to know in general, what is it
Yes.
you can look forward to, or the life paths of eight, or the energy of eight, or whatever
Yeah.
going forward to the next year.
Yeah. Well, I feel at the moment energetically, like yesterday was the full moon in Pisces, and it's a very emotive moon.
Yeah,
Pisces is the last sign of the astrological wheel, and it is the most emotional. It is the most sensitive, and I also feel that with the number 20 is a hugely number of sensitivity, of choice, of unlimited abilities and gifts. So now we're in the 21st, which is the creative piece, creative expression, emotional expression as well.
yeah,
That and we're in Libran season now, which is the scales, the
yeah,
balance, again the eight, the balance. It's all intertwining. And then tomorrow we have the autumn equinox here in the northern hemisphere,
yeah,
and the equinox is obviously there'll be the same amount of daylight as there will be
yeah.
night,
Balanced.
and with that harvest moon, like the ancient ones would have really revered the moon because during the dark they could still work, to reap the benefits of the rewards of their hard work,
Yeah,
and that's what this is all about. And the two is about choice. So I very much believe, Marie, that the choices we as a world have made, for the last maybe 2 years at this point,
yeah,
is now really starting to crank up, and that's why you said the tipping point.
yeah.
So I really do believe you're very correct in that as a world energetically I feel we're at the top of the roller coaster.
Okay.
And it's
Wow.
going to free fall from here.
Yeah.
But I mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a
Oh,
negative
no,
way
because
because, oh yeah.
it's the
Mm.
paradigm shift. This is the awakening, of the shake up to wake up sort of thing, which seems to be my favorite saying at the moment,
Yes.
that we all went through or that are all going through.
Yes, and we are. And again, the choices, though, the two energy,
Yeah.
the choices we now make as an individual will have a ripple effect. And that's what's so vitally important to recognize. And, then we have the eight balance, the eight energy going on, which is the number of infinity. So infinite possibilities, infinite abilities, and also really recognizing how far we actually have come. That's the thing. We have come this far, and it's not to give up. What's that expression? Don't throw the baby out with the
Yeah.
bath water.
Yes. Yeah.
My lovely Dublin accent came out there, but it's important that we therefore recognise that we now have this opportunity to empower ourselves, and we really must do that as a world, as an experience. And what's going on right now energetically is, it's like literally we're being squeezed, and it's very much about now decision making, and really tapping into our, I would actually say, our divine energy, our goddess energy, the goddess. Well, even if you're a male, it's about that energy of being in your empowerment. That's what it's about right now.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I'm not going to keep you here all day, Grainne. I just said I'd bring you on just to speak a little bit, because I did feel it. Well, for me, I felt it was a tipping point, but to know that it's also like not only for me, but it's an energy that's out there that's allowing you to. And I was very much aware about with everything that was going on. It was not necessarily about what we did and didn't do, but it's how we were reacting to the circumstances, and how that empowered us, or maybe felt as if we were disempowered, by what it is that we felt that we had to do. So it's a really interesting one about an experience learned, and it doesn't define us. It's just something that we went through, that we learned a little bit more about ourselves, and that we're ready to expand and to grow. And the whole thing about, I always believe that energetically sometimes we breathe. So it's like we expand and we contract. And I think the last while has nearly been about the contraction, taking the deep breath in before we expand again. So it'll be an interesting one to see. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. It'll be an interesting.
Yeah, no, it really is. And what a wonderful date, like 21/9. 2021. Like it's I mean, I'm very excited about next year, like the 20th of the 2nd 22nd of the 2nd 2022. Whoa. That's going to be someday for a numerologist. That's a palindrome. So that's when everything really, the same forward as back, so and I always talk about that. But I think for yourself, the 21 is it's a lovely, it's right on the cusp. So you have you have both, and anyone born the 21st, 22nd day of the month has that, energetically, astrologically wise. But 21 is one of my favorite numbers in numerology. So it's about creating.
And Grainne, maybe in January we'll get back together again and we'll talk about the for next year.
I can do a forecast for 2022. Absolutely.
But I'd love for you to come on and have a chat about it. You are an
anytime.
Star.
Much love.
Thanks, Grainne.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Bye.